Wait a minute. Can you hear me now? Ah, there we go. Okay, perfect. So I am doing the three different ways you can charge a large battery, the three best ways. So we've got the best way if you're using just wind power is to have two of them, even though you don't necessarily need two. One can almost support it, but you need two. Or you can have 10 solar panels, or you can have one wind turbine and three south-facing um, solar panels, and those are the best ones. And then I'm just going to do different setups. So I'm going to do, like this one's just running straight into the battery. Then this one will be the OR blocker um, battery backup system. And then I have a new system that is even more advanced than that one. And it's going to be, oh shit. So it's going to be even more advanced than this setup right here because um, and because it's going to be a lot more advanced, um, it's also a new system that I have to make a whole separate video on, but I need to build it first, so I might as well build it for this video. And then this one right here is going to be this system, but the multi-battery version of it. So it's all going to be able to, you're going to be able to run multiple batteries off this one. And my he makes the what's it called, the most advanced trap um, in Rust for them to kill somebody, and he's got a whole Rust guide on power systems. So he told me to check out this power system and to throw it on my YouTube. So now that I've played around with it a little bit, um, I feel, and I've changed it enough. Well, I have their version, and then I have my version, and I feel like I've changed their version just enough to actually throw a whole video up on here now. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So I don't know, it's gonna take me a little while to build it, so I figured I would just live stream it, get those watch hours in, you know. Nah. Come on. Come on. Uh, you can, if you want to use less solar panels. Math. You would need 120. You would need a minimum of like 6 panels. Minimum of 6. If you're not using any battery power backup system, and this should actually only have to be 9. You don't actually need 10. You only need 9. But if you're only going straight to the battery, then you need 170 power, right? So however many solar panels that is, which comes up to 9 solar panels. Yeah, so if you're using the OR backup system, then you need 105 during the day, and then in order to cover the nighttime, let me pull up my calculator. So the nighttime is 12 minutes, and we're going to multiply that by the 100 out, which is 1200, and then we've got to multiply that by 100, divide by 80. That means we need 1500. Divide that by the 28 minutes of day that we have. That means we need 53 coming in. So if we're doing just solar only, we need 160 power, so we need 8 solar panels. So I can actually, you know, oh, actually no, that one was supposed to stay. Yeah, well, you can fit 6 solar panels on 2 squares, no problem, right? And then if you also have them hang off the edge, then you can fit a little bit more. But yeah, like ultimately this would be your preferred dream setup, but then again, it does kind of tell people that you have it. So the beauty of what you could do here, if you're doing this, right, is that you can put in low walls. All the way around. So then if they're down on the ground, you don't even know that you have solar panels. And look, the sun right now is in the southwest, right? We go over here to the first panel. We're still producing full power, even though it's, 3/4 blocked, or it looks as though it's 3/4 blocked, but it's still producing full power, or it was until a second ago. So the farther, if you're going to do it this way, you just want to put them farther back. So when I did this one, I started with this one against this wall as far back as I could, and then I put them all as close. So now this one, no power. This one does. This one does. So you do lose a little bit of power, but not much. Only when the actual sun is setting. Throughout the day, it doesn't. But you'll still draw enough power in order to cover everything. So 8 solar panels is the best you're going to get.
Dad?
Yes. And if you can have 4 facing south, 2 southeast, 2 southwest to grab the morning and the afternoon sun, that's your best setup. So if you were actually going to do it this way, you would want to put them against that wall first, and then out this way. You know what? I'm gonna... Yes, love.
What are you doing with them?
Hmm?
It looks like you were doing something on phone.
I was doing math on my phone.
Oh.
What does it matter to you, huh? I want to know about what's going on my phone. You know. Nosy little Nelly. Alright, so let's do that. Yes, you can. There you go. That's the tightest you can really get them. To be the most efficient anyway. Woo! Okay. I'm just doing like, you ever see those videos where it's like new, beginner, advanced sort of thing? So I'm kind of doing that, and I'm kind of showing people the three different best ways of powering a large battery at max usage. So, and then there's, yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing now, is just kind of putting all of that into one video. So if you're going solar only, this is the solar setup that you need. If you're going wind only, this is the wind setup you need. And if you're going wind and solar, then this is what you're going to need. And then once you've decided what you want, then you put it in here, right? So if you're going straight to a battery, you go straight to the battery, and then from the battery into this system. And then the second way that you can bring your power in is to go from there into the system. And then the last one is from there into the most advanced system. And then at the end, I'm going to connect all of those up to here and show you how to run multiple batteries off of this system. Yeah, yeah. So I still have, like you're talking about my live video where I tested all the power. I was actually thinking about making that into a video, but I decided that I didn't really, because I have a new power system that I wanted to play with, right? I'm just kind of showing the three different ways of managing power, and then the most advanced system and how to, that I would install in all of my larger group bases. So these three right here will all be relevant to solos and duos and smaller groups. Like this will be like the super simple solo get me started. This will be I'm a little bit more advanced and I know kind of what I'm doing, and I want to have a little bit more robustness and use this as more of a backup. Then you'll run this system. But then if you really want to get into it and you want to really squeeze out every single piece of juice you're getting, then you're going to run this system right here on your battery, and then you're gonna run those. And these are all of the best setups for if you're gonna run 9 turrets, or if you're just going to run your solo or duo setups. So like something like this would be perfect for if you just want a couple of turrets going and a heater and something else, like a small lockdown system. Then this would be the perfect little system for you. And then if you want something a little bit more advanced, then and you want, this to be a backup, and you'll run this system. And then again, this is just a crazy system that's just going to be like, holy crap. But it's going to make every system, every part of it's going to be redundant. So, and then once I've got this system done, then I'm still kind of designing this system, so I might not even feature this one in the video. But I'm still coming up with that one. But that one is a multi-battery system, to where you could blow up the battery, the whole system will run. You could blow up all of the power system on the roof, and the system will still run off of the batteries, right? Or vice versa. Or you could blow up, the power system itself. You could blow it up, and all of the systems will still run, right? So it's got like 4 different backups on backups. It's just nuts. So, but I'm at least going to get these 3 main ways down, because even after all of my videos, people are still asking me, like, what's an electrical tree? What do you mean? Like, where is that running from? Right? Because like I'll send them a blueprint or something, and they'll be like, well, where is that running from? Well, it's running from your electrical tree that you have coming off of your battery. Well, what's an electrical tree? Well, this is an electrical tree. Well, it will be here in a second. Alright, but like, so, and then this is how you can configure everything to run off the specific power that they need. But if you don't know how to do this, like I've seen people that, they have somewhat of an electrical tree, but they're not using it right. Like they'll have 3 or 4 different systems all hooked into each other, running power from one system into the other, and like spaghetti videos. Yeah, they do. I'm just making. I'm trying to do because people th- they'll still like I'll still get comments on some of my old videos, and I do try and like if somebody messages me, then I'll give them a link to my old video where I explain it better. But there are still people that just don't understand it, right? So I'm trying to show at least in one video all of the differences between the systems. So this system kind of works like this, but this isn't the best system. You want to do this system if you can, right? And this is the reason why. And then if you want, you can do this system, and if this is the reason why. Yeah, I'm getting kind of. I want to move past the power setup stages, and like I try and explain things in 5, 6 different ways, and just everybody learns at their own pace and in their own way. So I figure if I can make one video where I have all of this is what you need. I'm trying to make like a copy and paste series, right? Where it's just a mini series all of itself, where you don't have to think about power coming in, you don't have to think about power going out, what numbers to set, anything like that. You just, you know, if this is all you want to run, this is your setup. If this is all you've got, this is your setup. If that's all you've got, that's your setup. That sort of thing, right? All in one video. And then all I have to do is if anybody ever has any issues with power, I just send them one video. And then if they still have any issues, then I can just go watch my previous stuff and you'll get a better understanding of it, sort of thing. Because this will probably be like this video, and then I'll probably have one more video of where it's like I'm I'm thinking that I'm going to do one more video after this of what I would be my favorite setup, right? So, like if I was going to wire a base, how would I wire it? And I'm going to make it like a mural, so it just goes from the start to the beginning, and I put everything on one wall, right? And like this is where the power comes in, this is the power that I'm using, and this gets distributed here, this gets distributed here, right? And then just make a huge mural of what I would do. And then people can take bits and pieces of that mural and put it into their own thing. Because as long as you're using this electrical tree right here, right? And that's where your main power is running through. That I make, you'll know where it starts. It starts in your electrical tree. Power farming. Yes, I will be moving into farming. I'm super busy at work right now, which is why I haven't made anything or been filming in a while. I'm crazy busy. My season just started up again. So I'm trying to figure out a good schedule to keep me going and making videos. But I do want to move into farming. That will be probably next. I'm still working on my base that self-destructs. That one's been a lot of fun. And I'm still trying to finalize my hobo hotel design, because now that I've learned how to do floor stacking and wall stacking and stuff like that more reliably, I want to be able to possibly make it a little bit cheaper than what it costs now, just so I can get a little bit more than 24 hours upkeep in it. So it's a pretty cheap cost for a large group base, but the amount of rockets it's going to take to get through the whole thing is ridiculous. So those will probably be the 3 main things that I'm working on next. I'm going to do farming, and the genetics and the berries and all of that stuff. And then I had a video idea for, I did have a video idea going for a bunker-based design, and I was really excited about that one. But then in the new update here on the PTB, for some reason, we can't build the bunkers inside, like the 2x2 bunkers anymore. The inside with the roofs, it's not letting us build them anymore. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But I had a bunker-based design where there was 4 bunkers in a 2x2, so it was kind of ridiculous. And it was going to be called, what was it going to be called? Oh, thank you. I had a really good name for it too. Oh yeah, I was going to call it, Oscar the Crouch, because it's so compact that you won't be able to stand anywhere except for when you're in front of the TC. But it's so compact that you literally have to crawl through the whole fucking thing. And then because like grubs and stuff like that always go crouching around, right? People are like, "Oh, you're trash," so it's instead of Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, as soon as you walk inside, everything is low, so you got to crouch everywhere, and then you got to go up and through different floors, and there's a stairwell, there's a staircase bunker, there's a stability bunker, there's a suicide bunker, and then there's the triangle square bunker, all in a 2x2. And then I also want to work again on another automatic boat base. It's like a carousel where you can just drive in, and then you can drive into your parking spot, right? And then if you watch my trash collector video, um, that one is one of my favorite base designs that I came up with, because the door automatically opens when you drive the boat into the base, and then when you want to leave, you just... Yeah, those triangle roof bunkers don't work. I know, I'm so pissed off. But here, actually, while you guys are here, I'm gonna show you guys something really cool. Okay, so that one may be gone, all right? But I'm gonna show you a different one. Let me just... I'm good, love. Give me a second. Can you put on the ashtray? Ah, you sons of bitches. Whatever. Alright, so... Okay, so you're coming in here. Oh, I did it again. Fuck, whatever. Okay. Will it let me? Oh, it will. Armor. Alright, that doesn't need to be upgraded. But anyway, so you put a stairwell, spiral stairwell, and you want it so then when you're standing where you want the bunker to be, you want the stairs to be on the right hand side, just like that. So you want to be facing the stairs. Sorry, I was outside. You want to be facing the stairs, and you want the top of the stairs to be facing on the right, just like this. And then we're going to put a window right here. So right now, this is all blocked off, and we'll change this to armored, this to armored. So right now, it's completely blocked off. You can't run through there, right? And I'll even show you. I have a small box. All right, so you can't get through there. But as soon as you add that, it changes, so now you can go in and out. All right, so now I can hop in, I can go through, right, and then at night, all I have to do is break this twig. Now you can't get through. Now it's blocked off. That's a bunker. Right, and then if you're out here and you want to open it, bam. Now it does require a story and a half. It does require a story and a half. So what used to be right here, this used to be, and you can still add the window to make it even more secure. Yeah. So if I go to, which one's the window? Boom. Right. You can also, if you want, you can also put a shotgun trap here because it's just twigs. So if anybody walks underneath this stairwell, the shotgun trap will go off. It'll break the twig and auto lock the bunker for you. Or same with, like, you can leave it just like this, and if they go to blow up this window, it'll blow up that, blocking the window. All right, and now they have to get rid of this stairwell. So that's one of the right. So whatever, if you already have this in here, I hate going through this window. But anyway, whatever side you want the bunker to be on, you make sure that the stairwell is facing you, and then it's off to the right, just like that. And then you got to crouch in order to be able to place that. And then this right here, it used to be a bunker. So then I used to be able to put boxes up here, right? So we'll do. So the bunker used to, this roof bunker used to be down there, right? So I used to have 2 boxes up here, right? And then if somebody came to break into my base or something, I can quickly throw a half wall up there, and then I just upgrade it to stone, and then I can come back and pick it out later, right? So that would seal that off, right? Or I could seal it off at night with just a piece of wood. I could seal it, and then in the morning I just have to break that twig. Or at the end of a raid, I can just come back and break this wall, and at least have some loot left over after the raid. So that's a cool little bunker. And then for a hidden TC room, so originally what I was doing, one, two, three, four. Yeah, this end. I have to do that one low. That's fine. As long as this one's high. So to do the other bunker, you just do that, right? And then, so now what happens is when you're on the inside, if you break this, it gets rid of this. Yeah, so this is always my entrance right here, right? And then I would come in here and I would come into the roof bunker, except you can't really do it anymore. Well, I mean, you kind of can, except then you can't put anything down there, which sucks. So, the way I was getting around it, though, was I was doing, uh, so I actually like to, I have a funky little thing that I like to do, actually. So one of the things I like to do is I make my, come on, thank you, come on, thank you. Um, now, now you have a secret way underneath, right? So if you build a wall here, all the way around, and you build a wall here and here, right? So now you have your little 2x2, and if we upgrade all of this to stone, just so you have a better idea of what we're looking at. Okay, so now you got your standard 2x2, but this has this was the roof bunker, and then this was supposed to be the stairwell bunker, right here, and the stairs went like that, and then they used to be able to go higher. But anyway, so what I do is I actually have my TC back here. I hide my TC down here. Can I put a TC? No, I'm too close to my other one. Let's put a battery. So I put my battery there. And a door. Alright, and then I put a sleeping bag in here. So then you can come in underneath here. So you can crawl in under your floor and you can access the boxes that are here in this loot room. Alright, so if you put your boxes here in the corner, let's say, let's get 2 boxes. Put 1 box here. 1 box here. Right, then you can put whatever you want in those boxes and then bring it down in here and then put it into your TC. Right, and then because that's all blocked off, nobody even knows that you're here. And then if you really wanted to be right? So you have a wall there. Right, so now unless they come down here and climb down here and look down, they'll have no idea that it's even here. But you can get even sneakier if you want to make it a true suicide bunker. Right? Yes. So a suicide bunker, you got to kill yourself to get in and out. Right? Like if you really wanted to, you wouldn't have to. Even with that triangle there, you could pick up this box and go down underneath. It's just a way of hiding where your TC is and then putting an extra um, two doors in between where they are, and it's on the opposite side of where all the main loot room is supposedly, right? So you could put shotgun traps here under this floor or even on that wall underneath. So if they do come down through here, they get blown up. So they have to blow up into this section to get into here, right? And if they blow up this section, right, then they have to go through two more doors so that they want to blow up this one. So this is the more important wall. And if they're metal, right, then it doesn't matter which way they're facing because it's gonna cost the same for explosives. You've heard that term, but didn't know that's what it meant. I'm not sure exactly what term you're talking about, but yeah. So one thing you can do is, how much does it take to get in 30 rockets CC? Well, it'll be, so if you have everything metal, right, and you do your triangle, honeycomb, and then one extra triangle on each one of those, then that's 1, 2, 3, that'd be 4 layers, so 8 and 8 is 16, so that'd be 32 rockets just to make it to the TC if they went through the back. And then if you go through all the doors, because this is no longer bunkered, it would be 8 to get through here, because you would want to make the stairs only metal because you don't want to blow up the rest of this. So it'd be 8, and then a door and a door, so 8. 8 and 3 is 11, 14, and then another 3 is 17, plus your bunker here, so depending on what you want, but yeah, it's about 23, 26, about 32. It's about 32 rockets, no matter which way you go through, for a little 2x2, right? But like they'll get through here, right? And then you can have your stairwell bunker here, actually, if you wanted, because this is already lowered. So you put your stairs. Stairs there. Right, and then you can actually no, you could potentially leave that there if you wanted. No, you don't want that one there because you're gonna put this here. What's stopping this from going there? Oh. Put your stairwell. Oh, it's all good, buddy. Alright, and then you put your half wall right here. So now you can have 2 boxes up there. You can have 2 boxes, your 2 large boxes up there. You can have another 2 large boxes, or 1 large box here on this triangle, and then 2 more on the sides. So you still have access to these 2 down there. And then if you really want to get technical, you could technically throw a half wall in here, and then put in 2 drop boxes, which are here. So you put one in the top left-hand corner, and then you put one in the top right-hand corner, And then you put your triangle floor back. Oh, I built those too high. So put your triangle floor in first. And then put in your drop boxes. One there. And then one there. And then if you do it right, then no one else will know that those drop boxes are there. But you'll be able to come over here and you'll be able to access them. So that's 3 different bunkers at least, right? So you got your stairwell bunker here. Oh, I guess you can't have that one there. But yeah, you got your stairwell bunker there. And if you wanted instead, you could put that, you could make it the real crawling base and do it like that. Because also, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if we get rid of this, you can put your TC here in this corner. Oh, it won't let me because the other one. But you can put your TC there, and then you can put your workbench, your tier 1 or your tier 2, right here against this wall. And then if you come out here, it'll fit in there. So you can have your TC and your tier 2 in one of your loot rooms. If you didn't want to, build a suicide bunker, right? But I like the fact that it's hidden there in that honeycomb and nobody really knows it's there, right? So, don't want to upgrade that one. Yeah, shotgun traps, whatever you want. Big ass fucking loot room. You can still put your boxes down there now too. You'll still have room for your 2 large boxes. So it's pretty. Oh wait, no, the stairwell doesn't go in that one, does it? So yeah, you totally could have had that thing up there, because the stairwell's in that one. But yeah, just a cool little design. It was something I was come up with, but ever since they ruined the bunker design, it kind of threw me off. I wasn't happy about that. But yeah, I'm honestly, I've been thinking about doing my hotel for a long time now. I really want to get. I have the whole core done. I know exactly how to build all of that. It's, it's expensive for a base, but at the same time, it's ridiculously strong, and the overall upkeep is cheap. It's just there's a lot of doors. Was that on purpose, you think? I don't know. I don't know why they would get rid of the one bunker. You know what I mean? There's so many other bunkers in the game that they could have gotten rid of, but they decide to get rid of the one that the actual solos use that help us the most. Right? Like, that's not cool. But, I don't make the game. Who am I? That's why I'm just biding my time. I'm not really even playing the game that much right now. I'm just mostly making these tutorials and stuff to help people, because I can't be bothered to play it with the state of it and all of the, like, it's just ridiculous. So I'm waiting for custom servers to come out where I can actually control the environment and make it fun and enjoyable for solos and duos, and I could run little, if you want to learn how to power, come onto my server, here's all the examples of how to run power. Get people on and playing. So I'm hoping by next winter I can just rent a server for the winter, and that's my income with what I have saved. No hard dates. Um, I want to say it's got to be one of the next big content updates. Just after farming. I think they need to have all of the data on how much computing power everything is going to take to run these servers before they can accurately determine how much it's going to cost to rent them to other players. And I think they're trying to get all of that stuff out. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's. But at the same time, it's also got to be a huge revenue stream that they're losing out on. So if I had to guess, I would say within the next 4 to 6 months, we're going to see it. Yeah, 2 months when farming drops, maybe. I think farming is going to drop, and then horses is going to be out shortly after that, I think. So I think somewhere between farming and horses, if not when horses come out. That would be my guess. But it's got to be this year. It's got to be within the next 6 months, I'm assuming. Because they're starting to lose way too many people now. Quiet. I'll take you out soon. Yeah, so I'm gonna make. I think the last my last live session that I was on, where I tested all those different power sources. I think I'm not gonna bother making a video out of that. I think results at the end they can, but I really point. I'm just going to make a mini power series on just copy and paste. Right? Like if this is what you want to run, just put this in your base. Here's the numbers. This is what you need to put in. Don't worry about how it works. It just does. Right? That sort of thing. And just make a mini series of that. Because I really gotta try and start getting people to start using things like an electrical tree. You know what I mean? Like this is the heart and soul and brains of the whole operation, right? And if you don't start from a good starting point or a good foundation, then that's how you end up with spaghetti wires. That's how you end up with, you know, what does this run? What does this run? You know, how come this isn't doing this? Well, it's because you're not starting from a good foundation, right? This right here, this is a good foundation. Right. This should be number one before anything else. And all it is, and you don't even have to have this switch. I just have this switch here just to, because this is going to be the simplest little setup. I think the bigger issue with this game is, or with the power, is that I think the bigger issue is that it seems a lot more complicated than it actually is, right? And like, because once you understand how the power works in this game, it actually becomes very simple on how to put all the things together. It's a little harder to do it in your head, so it's always better to do it on a build server like this or on an app on your phone. But yeah, it's like, you know, it's just something as simple as this. Like just trying to explain the concept of an electrical tree, right? Like this takes the power that you're sending out, right? And then it sends out a specific amount of power and it prioritizes that power to whatever system you're running, right? And then it'll send out the remaining power to the next branch. which will do the same thing. It'll send out however much power it actually needs, and then this one, the remaining power gets sent out. So you always know how much power you have left over. You're not wasting power, running power when you're not supposed to, that kind of stuff. Yes, love, what can I do for you?
Can I have something to drink?
You sure can. What would you like?
Soda?
Well, no, finish your
I did.
Powerade. Finish your Powerade. Yeah. So like even something like this, you know, and then I get pushback still from people. Like, all you need is one wind turbine and, you know, a couple of splitters and you're good. Well, no, like you're not. Does it work? Sure. And will it, you know, but is it reliable? You know, will it work all the time? That kind of stuff? No. So I'm really trying to get people to just understand, like, you really. So, well, heartbeat sensors are kind of easy. Um, they just require, heartbeat sensors also require AND switches, right? So we get an AND switch, we'll get a heartbeat sensor, and let's say we're going to run 2 lights, right? So we'll get 2 lights. So 1, 2, right? And then we need our heartbeat sensor. So we're gonna put our heartbeat sensor, actually we'll just put it right here for now, whatever, it's fine. And then we need an AND switch. Oh, it's already on my bar. And an electrical branch. And that's all you need. Actually, let me pick this up. One on this side. So from the left side of the electrical branch into the power there. And then from the right side into your AND switch. And then from the right side here, you go into your other part of your AND switch. Right? And then you run this into whatever it is. So your Tesla turrets, your door controller, whatever it is. So if you want to, okay, so pick this up, put in a door. Okay, so I'll pick this up. I'll put this over here. Door controller, door. Okay, so it's still going to be the same thing. So we're going to take, that branch should be coming off your main system, right? Like it can be. Exactly. So this branch, whatever power in, always comes off of one of these. Here, I'll even do it for you. So this is our first branch right here, right? So we're going to go, I'm going to run it up and pretend I'm running along the ceiling. So that's your main electrical branch right there. So now we need to, again, from the left side, we're going to run this to our heartbeat sensor. It's going to be the same exact setup. So anytime you're using a heartbeat sensor that requires more than one power, right, you're going to hook up to an AND switch. You're going to add an electrical branch and an AND switch anytime you need to use a heartbeat sensor that requires more than one power coming out of it. All right, and then we're going to go to our AND switch. Okay. And then what we need to do is we're going to be running a door controller and a turret. So what we need to do is we need to add another electrical branch. We're going to put that here. And we're going to go from the left side here. Am I an electrician in real life? No, I am a window cleaner in real life. I run my own window cleaning business. So from the left side into our turret. And then we're going to go from the right side of this, which will go yellow, into our door controller. The controller sucks right now. And then we're going to go into here. Now we have to figure out how much power we need. So we need 10 power for the turret. We need 1 power for the door controller, so we have 11 power. And we need to configure this to be our 10 for our turret. So we have our 10 power going out to our turret, or we will. And then we need 1 more power going out here. So we need 11 power, plus we need the 1 power for the electrical branch, so we need 12 power. The AND switch, I don't believe takes power, because they're both on, so it doesn't remove a power from the system. So we don't need to do that, so we still need 11 power, plus this branch, so we need 12 power. And then we need 2 going out to the heartbeat sensor, so that's 14 power. So we should need 14 power. So if we come over here, go to our electrical tree that we're connected to, coming off of our battery, we can configure this to be 14. Did I pair that to the door? Alright, it might need 1 more power. There we go. So now, when this thing detects somebody, it'll turn on the turret and it'll open the door. And then as soon as it no longer detects somebody, it turns off the turret and closes the door. So I'm going to stand here for a second so you guys can see how this all runs. Turn off my... So what's happening is the power is always being continuously sent out to the turrets and to the doors. However, because there isn't power also being sent out from the heartbeat sensor, so to add more turrets, you would build on the same setup. Yeah, so if you wanted to, so let's just say you wanted to have 3 of these, right? So let's just say you want to have a door here, you want to have a door open here, and you want to have a door open here. So if somebody comes into your compound, it opens up all the doors and it gives you 360-degree coverage, right? Then all you would do is you would simply make its own separate electrical tree here after this AND switch. So we would disconnect this. We're going to leave the first system hooked up, right? Because that's already set up the way we want. Right, and then we're going to now we need to add 1 of these for if you specifically know that you want to do 3, you can do 3-way splitters for all of these. So after each one of these things right here, instead of this, you go to a 3-way splitter, and then each one of these goes to its own door. And then after this, you can do another 3-way splitter, and each one of those goes to its own turret, right? And then you just have to make sure that this one is set to 31, because it needs 30 power for your turrets, and then 1 power for that. And then you would need 3 power for your door controllers, because you would just, yeah, so here, let's do... so 3 is easy, 4 is a little bit more difficult. What am I looking for? Doors. 1, 2, 1, 2. What's blocking it? Oh, the heartbeat sensor. So pair that, and then we're just going to continue the yellow line. We're just going to daisy chain our doors. So now all of these are set up. So now if I wanted to just have these doors open, I know I'm going to need 2 more power into my system, so let's set that up. So 17. So that should be sending out 17. And then what did I change over here? Oh. So now if I stand in front of this, all of these doors open. So your door controllers can be daisy chained. Alright, so that's not a problem. But then if you want to run 3 turrets, then you're going to have to run a 3-way splitter. So you grab your 3-way splitter, you throw that up on the wall, and then we're going to grab 2 more turrets. And then we're going to disconnect this red line, and instead, I'm going to run that red line into here, and then oh, it's okay. No, man, ask questions. That's what this is for. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with my, what I want to do anyway, so. And I can always now turn this setup into a video as well, so. And then we'll do blue. There. So now we're going to configure this left side here to be 31. And because we just added 20 more power to the system, we're going to go add 20 more here. So there we go. So now it's, why didn't that one open? Do I need 1 more power? I might need 1 more power. Oh, I do need 1 more power because I didn't account for this 1 power from the 3-way. Yeah, you definitely want to hide that somewhere deep in your base. Or if you watch my video on how to hide your stuff in your loot rooms, this would be a perfect one to hide in one of your loot rooms. Alright, so now as soon as I leave, everything shuts down. And then as soon as I come into range, boom, everything opens up. All your turrets turn on. And as soon as they leave, everything shuts down and closes. So I'll stop here and let you guys look at the system. So that bottom branch is always default 2, that one. The left side of that branch is always how much it costs to do the turrets. And then the cost of everything else is that system. You're very welcome, sir. Yeah, I'll probably do, once the sun comes up, I'll probably do a quick video on this. Now, here's the thing too, right? Because if you now because you're on this system, right, and it's only active when the bad guys are around. Your turrets are already going to be off, so you're going to be able to authorize people and stuff like that. Um, and you're going to be able to fill them up full of bullets. But um, let's just say that bad guys are there, right? And you want to quickly help. You quickly want to authorize your guy onto a turret who's coming out to help you, right? One of the things you can do is you can either turn off the whole system by using your on-off switch here, or instead of using on-off switches, I prefer to never use these, right? Because as soon as you put one of these, anybody can access this. I instead prefer to configure my electrical branches. So you see how everything is running right now, right? If I wanted to turn off this system, I just change it to default 2, then the whole system shuts down, right? So even if somebody is standing in front of this heartbeat sensor and it wants to go, it can't because it doesn't have enough power being supplied to it. So now you can authorize your friend on whatever turret he needs to, and then you just come back over here and replace it with whatever it was. I think it was 37 or 38. Yeah. And if you don't know or if you're unsure, right, you can always come over and check your door controller, see if it has any extra power coming out of it. If that doesn't have any extra power, then you're pretty much good because it's taking up the excess power. So if I was to say, so one way you could figure out how much power you needed, right? Like let's just say we'll configure this to be 100, so it takes all the power. Then we can come over to the door. No, that one's door controller 63. Which one's the last door? Is this the last door? Which one's the last door? Alright, well, you can check the bottom, I guess because I don't have anything connected to that, but you can check the bottom. So this one says it has 61 power being sent into it. Alright, so you come over here and just make sure that it only has 1 power coming into it. Boom, 1 power. So you can just slowly lower that down. Always check the last end of your chain, and that's how you can configure if you need more power or not. But yeah, switch is bad. Configuring is good because even if you don't have the power tool, as long as you have TC access, you can configure this thing. So you can just, and you don't even have to. You can literally just leave it at erase that, hit 0, and it'll automatically change it to 2. Right, and if you're doing just turrets off this line, let's just say you were doing all of these were just turrets, then you could literally just hit 0, 0, and there you go, all of your stuff would turn on because you're giving all of the power to the turrets and stuff anyway, right? So it would just replace the switch. So when you do need to authorize or replace the bullets, you just come over here, erase, 0, confirm. Turn it back on, 0, 0, confirm. Right, that's the best way to run your turrets. But you could also put a switch if you wanted to. Alright, I'm just going to leave this here actually for the night. I'm probably going to log off. I've got my daughter here with me today, so I spent some time with her, log off, and I'll probably finish up with this tomorrow. I actually don't like how this is actually set up at all anyway. I'm pretty sure I can do this better, so I think I'm gonna reset this up, and I gotta figure out my last bit of that other power system as well, how I want to showcase that. Or yeah, I think that this video will be a valuable one. And then I think I'm just going to move right into what I believe to be my favorite setup in design, where I'm just gonna spread it out across like 8 walls, right? And like this has to be built, and then this has to be built. Or I might even do it on just one big wall, just get it all to fit on one wall. But if I do it on one wall, then it'll be hard to understand what goes where. And I really want to make like the ultimate medium to large group base, battery system. So I think it's going to have I think I need to have 5 large batteries. Yeah, 5 large batteries. Maybe 4. Probably 4. No, I'll have 4. Yeah, 9, 9 is 18, 9 is 27, plus the 3 gatehouses. So 9, 9 is 18, 27. Yeah, so it'll have 5 batteries. 3 of them will be specifically for turrets. One of them is going to be for 4 gatehouses, 4 automatic gatehouses with door camper protection, and a few odds and ends around the base, like cameras and stuff, or an elevator, whatever. And then the last battery will be specifically for the lockdown system, and it'll be capable of locking down. I think it's 70 doors, all at the same time. So, and it'll just run off its own separate system. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing next. Medium base and show the electrical setup from the start. I do actually have a smaller base setup on how to run a small base setup. But yeah, this one will be kind of it'll be universal. So I'll make, you know what? Yeah, okay. So what I'll do is I'll make 3 versions of it. Yeah, I'll make 3 versions of it. I'll make a mini version, a medium group base version, and a large group base version. Yeah. And then what I'll do is I'll just live stream me building each version. Anti-camping door system. Yeah, actually, if you rewind this video, like, I want to say 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I actually just did that. Where if they walk in front of the heartbeat sensor, the doors open and the turrets turn on. I literally just made that system this video like 10 minutes ago. So if you want to go and check that out. Yeah, there's a couple more systems that I want to do. But the problem is I'm having a hard time getting off of the power management systems by themselves, because like if you don't know how to run the power and create the electrical trees and stuff like that, then it's really hard to even teach you how any sort of system works, right? So I'm just trying to really nail down in one video all of the different ways to bring in and use power, and the best ways. Just copy this, put it in your base, and it will work, right? And if you do anything else other than that, then you're just hurting yourself, right? So get used to building this and build this only, sort of thing. So I think I'm gonna, because I tried to do that. I think I did that pretty well on my solo build setup, right? Which is just one large battery and um, the ore blocker, um, the ore blocker backup system. But I really want to get into this more advanced battery system. But if people are having a hard time with the 4-part system, then what are they going to do when it's a 12-part system, right? So I really need people to understand how this stuff works before I can do that. So I think I'm just going to do like 3 episodes of copy and paste. Like, this is what you need to put into your base. And if you're not going to do this, you want an upgraded version, you put in this. If you're not going to do this, you're going to do an upgraded version, you put in this. Yeah. That's what I'm going to have to do. Or I might even, like, because there's essentially 3 different ways of bringing in and managing power that has any sort of that's even worth your while. So it's either direct to battery, the blocker OR system, or the NiCore, right? If you're not using one for bringing in power, then you're just hurting yourself. And if you're not using an electrical tree like this after your systems to run all of your systems, then you're kicking yourself in the foot even more, right? Because blueprint after blueprint. But if it's not hooked up to something like this and you don't understand how to count power, then it doesn't matter how many blueprints I can show you if you just don't understand how. If you don't have at least an inkling of what you're doing, or can't properly copy and paste it. Like, that's why I try and use colored wires. Like, if you look at my actual builds of anything that I actually do in game, it's all just black wires because I don't want people to know where power is going. But in this, I do, so I don't know. But anyway, gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for watching. I will probably be on tomorrow night. I'm going to set up a better set, and I'm going to go over every power system that I could possibly think of all in one video. So, yeah, definitely come check me out because it's going to be a good one tomorrow. All right, gentlemen, thanks for watching. Appreciate all your questions and stuff like that. About your Dragon's Den base, and loved it. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, the Dragon's Den's pretty good. Once you get used to getting around inside of it, it's a lot of fun. I'm actually going to be I'm currently working on my Hobo Hotel, which is based off of the Dragon's Den. It's got more loot rooms, and it's a little bit stronger for relatively the same cost, or less, actually. I would think it's actually a little bit less. So I'm currently working on that right now. My main holdup is just trying to figure out how to China wall it. But now that I've recently learned how to do floor stacking, I think I've figured out a way that I can China wall it off real nice and make it like ridiculously, even more ridiculously strong than it already is. But yeah, give me another, I want to say a month or so, and I'll have that video out. But yeah, so my next video is different power systems, and then the video after that is going to be what I believe to be my ultimate and favorite setup, and then after that it's probably going to be my self-destroying base. Console too, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but I'm also on console. You can see I don't play on PC, so this is just a build server that I'm on. But yeah, I would love any help you have. If you want to help, write me a message on one of my. If ever you guys want to help me out, just write me a message on one of my YouTube videos here, or you can always find me on Facebook. That's where I would recommend that you go, Mr. Rusty Hydra on Facebook. I think my link is in the my description here on YouTube. But if you message me there on Facebook, then I'd definitely be able to help you out a lot more than um, messaging you guys through YouTube. But messaging me and commenting on my YouTube videos definitely does help me out, though. So yeah, any help, support, if you guys like the stream, that kind of stuff, it helps me out by helping out more people who watch the streams and stuff like that. So I'm going to try and make a big push this month to have a little bit more content for you guys as well. So anyway, gentlemen, have yourselves a wonderful day. Steven, you're the best. You've hung around this whole stream, so you're pretty awesome. You're at the farming now for sure, so I'm definitely, yeah, I'm going to need some help figuring out how to get a little bit of that going. I haven't even really played with it much. I have the gist of it, but I could definitely use some help. So if you want to hop on a server with me and we can go over a few things, test a few things, that'd be great. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next one. Ciao.